See if anything else comes out. There's an inner knowing with the King of Swords here. Big cycle wrapped up. See heartbreak here. Falling out of relationship. Death card endings. Growth and expansion though. It's almost as if it's saying like it's your turn. It's your turn to take the main stage. All signs are pointing to you. And I'm not saying this in a rude way, but all of their doubt or having to think or find out, or they need to do that for themselves. And they could have been curtailing and skirttailing along, skating on by, not really having done the work for themselves. May have an outlook as if, prior to this, what we're kind of signaling as 2024 and or the new year, or Pluto out of Capricorn, again, all signs pointing to you as the main stage character now. There's been a great deal of imbalance, and it feels as though that you are here to rightfully balance the scales in your own way. This could also have to do with you pulling in your twin flame or significant other, coming out of those challenges and roadblocks, receiving a new offer, new communication, options here. Maybe people viewing you as your kind of position now as having this kind of option. And it comes because it makes me think of that line, hey, now you're an all-star, you can't shine if you don't glow, right? This is the shine and this is the glow. You've had to learn what it is to glow and also grow. Freudian slip there, but... And so this is availing you to assistance, options, all of that stuff as well. So I do see victory and success here in regards to that deep depth of what you've been wanting or desiring to do. That which you felt was maybe never coming as a manifestation. But again, that time was so that you could weed out certain things that you put in place so that you could be offered what the universe is offering you here now with the Ace of Wands, whatever that might be. Could be offering you family, could be offering you children, things of that nature too. Getting a lot of independence here, having faith in your own manifestation. It's almost as if you're so far along your journey that those that are reaching out now, you're just like laughing at it for a whole kind of consortium of reasons. And so I see you kind of laughing at someone reaching out now, almost as if it has any weight or value. So I'm also getting that, remember, keep in mind, to go back to the general reading, everyone's valid from their point of view, right? If you've been through periods and phases of being what I call like triple dark, like not knowing of your own ignorance that you're feeding into, then you're not going to be there you're not going to be able to be there for other people that are going through a hard time. You know what I'm saying? And so likewise, those that weren't there for you while you were going through a hard time, it can also be assumed that they were in a period of ignorance and not knowing what beneficial role that they could play in your life. But we're speaking to this kind of like, I'm relying on my faith, I'm relying on manifestation, I'm relying on all these things, and not necessarily the people as much, even though the people hold the resources, which is interesting. It's an interesting thing to think about. When trying to do better for yourself, the devil card in the reverse, when trying to come out of conflict. Trying to grow something sustainable, evergreen, ever-giving here. Yeah, I'm just getting a lot of feelings of you've been left for dead already for so long. So when anyone does want to come through and help, you laugh at it. It's hilarious. But I also did get the message that these periods of ignorance of the people that are now trying to reach out, you can't hold it against them. You know, we all have to go through our own little phases and cycles of becoming conscious. And just likewise, you can't hold it against yourself for being in a triple dark period when you could have been there for someone. What we have to do is we have to come together and explain each other's stories, side of the story, so we don't make bad life-altering decisions for ourselves and others. 555 on the clock. And you got to understand that we live in a time where the powers that be don't want us connecting and don't want us conversing and don't want us, sharing notes. Conspiracy theories are real. They're trying to depopulate us. So they don't give a fuck if you're depressed and suicidal or anything like that. They rather you kill yourself. And so know that that's the spiritual warfare that you're up against. All right. So every day that you're above ground and you're doing good and trying to be on the up and up, that's a point for the good guys. Okay. And again, you can wax philosophy on if there are really powers that be, or if it's all just what we take from the field, the 5D possibility of how things that are given to us and how things are playing out. I don't know if that's necessarily the point. If there's something that could be done about it, then yeah, most definitely. Like a peaceful revolution. But otherwise, it would have no choice but to turn into an internal spiritual revolution or spiritual warfare or spiritual, figuring things out to put yourself in the best, healthiest position for you to live a healthy life and, maybe have some kids, all that good stuff. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's very much so what's coming across is like you are realizing your own magnetic power of manifestation with the space that you've been given. And in that weird way, it's like people want to come through now and like assist you or aid you or, what have you. And I'm not saying that those two things are mutually exclusive, right? Because I think that when people come and try to assist you or aid you, that's a manifestation as well. But it's just interesting timing, right? I mean, I personally think that this is going to lead to better times and more understanding about what everyone's going through in their own lives and connecting. But I also just kind of am curious as to what opportunities you as the individual protagonist can create for yourself in the form of manifestation. Because I really do see that that's where kind of your winds of change are really kind of blowing and what really you're investing in with the magician's hand here. It's kind of interesting. It's almost as if you're saying no to someone that wants to assist because they don't understand your story. And if they don't understand your story, they can't respect you. In so many ways, in so many words of saying that. So, which is why I think that this might lead to greater understanding whenever falling out has occurred. But on the side note, you are 2 feet in manifestation. Which I think is really fascinating and which I think is going to bear a lot of fruit indiscriminately, but also away from people helping you or assisting you. People close to you, siblings, things like that, cousins. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I could wax on. You know me, guys. I got the gift of gab. But I'm going to leave it there. I'll have more.